Hey guys, Dylan from the Geek Duo here, and today I'll be bringing you my reaction to Wednesday Season 2, Episode 4, titled If These Woes Could Talk. It's an Addams Family investigation as Fester and Thing commit themselves to Wednesday's case. Trying to conceal one secret, Bianca stumbles upon another. So, before we get started here, I have a couple of things I need to touch upon for previous reactions. One, the therapist's name, Dr. Fairburn, her first name's Rachel. It's on the book that she wrote. Now, could that be an alias? Yes. We had that last season, which is going to lead me into point two, but for the same thing to happen 2 seasons in a row doesn't really seem like good storytelling, if that's is the nicest way I can put it. So just a normie taking an interest in outsiders suddenly turning out to actually be a nefarious person under an alias. Yeah, I don't see them going that route again. The second point, that was Marilyn at the end. Um, Thorny or whatever her actual name was. I forget what the pioneer's name was. Um, yeah, I did not recognize her. Really, really did not recognize. And it was pointed out by a lot of the reactors I watch straight away. Oh, like, oh, she's back. Oh, hey, it's Marilyn. Oh, that's Christina Ricci. So I, I've said many times I'm not good with faces, especially when there's such a drastic visual difference between when I last saw them and when I see them next. Like the fully shaved hair, the no glasses, the yeah. And the third thing, and this was actually an idea by Previewed, I think it was, of the Lois that we saw above all those the obituaries for the outcasts. Possibly actually a number code where if you flip it upside down, it's a 7015 because the way the no 5107 I had it backwards. Um, because the way they were written could be seen as blocky numbers as well as blocky letters. Whereas the way Wednesday wrote it at the end on her board was a very round S instead of just the straight lines that it was. So possible that that could be a clue that or a code to something that we're gonna find later on, but who knows? Anyway, let's get the reaction started in three, two, one, go. Excuse me. My headphones were very loud there. Yeah, a little bit of underhanded method. But she did say that the conventional means hadn't been working, so. I don't remember if we ever actually saw these two on screen together in season one. I know we saw Weems Tyler with her, but did we ever actually see these two after they'd both been revealed? No, he's gonna slash at you. That's a little more than slashing. Now you can shock him. Right here. Also, he could very easily get out of that. I know they said he almost did when Galpin came to see him, but just a single arm through the bars bent him that much. Is this opening different? Or have I just really not been paying attention? Who's that? I thought that's who that would be. Take it, but I'm gonna try and avoid it. And dump. So that's not human. Hmm. Is varicose the same as lurch? Becoming very bold with its appearances. Don't. I mean, I don't. To be fair, I was about to say I don't think she's been on Wednesday's side of the Enid's side of the room, but she stole a bikini top thing. Are you sending Festa to the asylum? Is that how he's getting involved? So I've seen a couple people think that this destroyed clock tower is the same one that the Slurp originally died in. Because you have heard her breathing in one of the shots. Hmm. At where? How long ago did he steal that? What's he even doing up there? Well, that's an issue, and be what Bianca's story of this episode is about. Well, one of those said Adams. Oh, yes, I remember that picture being used. Couldn't she have just used her own siren song? Why is Bianca there? Exactly. So she's there because she's on the committee and being punished for not getting Grandmama. I mean, that was a fair call. I don't know, seeing Jenna smile is a little unsettling in this. I'm not used to it, even in other roles I've seen her in. Hmm. Missing. And no, Wednesday doesn't know what her artist looks like. Hmm. That was surprising. Hmm. She wasn't really planning on doing that, was she? Didn't think you'd be able to. Wasn't sure if that was gonna work. Hmm. I mean, sort of fair. Keeps the same first name. A moth. Death. Okay, that was weird. Why do you have so many foreign objects in your brain? Yeah, that's not really gonna work on him. I was looking up what Grandmama's been in before this, but I don't recognize it from anything. What's Fester's drawn? Surely even Fester can tell that's not the full name. You could have at least shut the door. I thought Thingo was the first normie teacher. Fair. Um, is no one else seeing that? And you've lost the note. Is Thing gonna get carried away? Well, he's a good shot, and then I immediately miss one. Thank you, Principal. How many hidden passages are there in this place? No, I believe they would have gone outside. You seem a little out of sorts. And what about the other people who saw her there? You gonna let your mum in and in on things now, or you know that discouraging her will only make her investigate it more? Hmm. How did he so quickly ingratiate himself with the security guard? Oh, poor bird. I had a feeling the bird would talk for him, but up in Iago, eh? You know about that, okay. Who was he talking to? Because it sounded like a female voice at the start. It's an issue. So the numbers was the code. He's gonna recognize the smell of an atom. Then again, he didn't with Gomez, so he might recognize the electricity. How did he get back so quickly? Hmm. No fighting about being friends with Enid, no saying that she never wanted to be or that she doesn't want to be or anything. She seems quite comfortable in that boot. Where did you get the dynamite? I take back what I said. It took me a couple weeks to learn how um long each door in my work takes to close normally, just in case someone tries to prop open the counter. I would have immediately been thrown. Oh, it's fireworks. Okay. Damn. You really need to lay off them. I mean, there has been proven cases of patients responding well to music when they haven't responded to anything else. Is this zombie? I didn't quite appreciate how much he'd grown back since we saw. Did they at least close the door? No, they did not. Is he going to take out the guards and leave Marilyn? Well, you've both been made. Oh, I think he's worried for his new friend. Hmm. Did they empty it out once they caught you here earlier? Maybe not. Everywhere in this universe has hidden passages. Long-term outcast integration station study. And is this where all those dead outcasts are? The fuck is that? What are you? You are half faceless. Hello. They're almost mutated. Yeah. Well, I mean, I did say it looked like half faceless. Well, now that's an issue with a zombie on the loose. I, gonna be completely honest, was fully expecting Ophelia to be the avium. Like her thing mutated into controlling the crows. Also Tyler. Okay, he's still restrained. Is he gonna kill her? Whoa. How funny would it be if the zombie took her out before he could get to her? So are we trying? I'll wait until this is almost over, so at least I assume it's only got a couple minutes left. He's looking past. Maybe not. You knew Augustus. There's no fun if there's no chase. Well, Wednesday looks like you're gonna need your lawyer again. Hey, Ned, you want a rematch? Well, it's a good thing he didn't immediately kill her like he did Marilyn. Yeah, yeah. That's what I was going to get at. So, when I said I would come back to that later, because it was almost end, I was gonna say, so are we saying that this is somewhat of a self-fulfilling prophecy, sort of? Because it's through Wednesday's investigation into the vision of the birds that led her through to unleashing everything that was at um, Willow Hill, including Tyler, who said that the first thing he would do when he got out is go after Enid and get revenge for the scars she left on him. And the vision of all of the birds with Enid saying it's Wednesday's fault that it happened. Huh. Yeah, that could very well be going for a self-fulfilling prophecy, which would tie into what Morticia's been trying to warn Wednesday about, of her vision was not what she thought it was, and by trying to push her vision, thinking she'd mastered something that she didn't, she has caused the very thing that she was trying to avoid. I could very well see that being where they're going with this. I don't think Wednesday's gonna die. Like, not Wednesday. Well, I don't think Wednesday's gonna die. I don't think Enid's gonna die. Um, how funny would it be if Agnes sacrificed herself for Enid, given the animosity between the two? I don't want Agnes to die either, but yeah, it would be ironic. Um, but also, Slurp is out and has regenerated enough to be able to talk. He knew Stoneheart. Um, there's those mutated down in the basement that possibly have gotten out now. We don't know what's happened to them. There's the one Wednesday was leading out of there who I'm going to assume is Ophelia. Like, there's got to be some reason that she had a connection with her. Um, and she tried to get her out over everyone else. There's got to be some reason. I genuinely thought that Ophelia was going to be the villain. Like, it was going to be revealed that her visions, her crow-like abilities, well, raven-like abilities, had mutated into her being able to control similar birds, and that's what the whole burnt eye and everything was like a link to like psychic third eye blinded and all of that, like the metaphorical stuff. I've never seen Game of Thrones, but Bran, how he became the, what was it, three-eyed raven when he got blinded and was able to see through birds. Like, I'm just going off of what my a mate who was very into Game of Thrones would tell me when I would just let them rattle on and on about their favorite show. Um, but I really thought that that was what it was going to be developing into, and the season was going to end with a crow or raven landing next to Wednesday. Like, I thought that's where this season was going to end. Like, she'd have this new ability now that she's mastered the Vision one, and also that would lead into the next season's mystery of I don't know, possibly outcasts who have advanced abilities and like dealing with those. Like, I don't know. That's really where I thought it was going. So for that to not be the case, I don't know if she's dead or not. Like, they seem to be trying to kill her, but whether they succeeded or not, we don't know. We don't know how many of those um asylum inhabitants actually escaped. The gates seem to be wide open, so I'd assume most of them. Don't know how many of those mutated escaped, but the call to Dr. Moreau was nice. I'm surprised I didn't think about it, but that's the book where they go to an island and find out that mad scientist has been fusing human and animals, which, yeah, I guess half normie, half outcast fusions that sort of. There were ones that did not seem to. I didn't recognize. Like, obviously, I pointed out the half faceless one, who was missing just the mouth but not the eyes. I don't know what the bug-eyed one is. I don't know what the leatherface one was. The girl that she got out seemed to be in fairly good condition, all things considered. So maybe these were the outcasts, and they had their ability partially taken away, which is why they're like that. And the one that was in the cage that looked like fully human had her ability fully taken away and given to I forget what the assistant's name was. Well, not even assistant. Apparently, she was the ringleader. Given to her, and that's why she looks fully normal, but she doesn't have an ability. And that could be it. But again, what is the connection between her and Wednesday? Other than the potentiality of her being Ophelia, we know that she's been in Willow Hill. Apparently, she's been missing for 20 years. Like, they didn't chuck out an obituary for her. Otherwise, they would have been on the list, and also, Morticia and Grandmama would have known that she was dead, and I don't expect Grandmama not to have investigated that. And considering she's able to tell the cremains by smell, she would know that her daughter wasn't actually dead. That's a weird ability. Yeah, so that leans against that, considering everyone down there, she said she recognized from the obituaries, but also didn't say anything about that one person, so. Yeah, I don't know. A lot to think about, and I really need to stop this recording because we've got an inspection today, and I don't know when they're going to be here. Surprised they didn't come in the middle of this reaction, let's be honest, knowing my luck, but yeah, I'm going to have to end this one here, so I'll catch you in the next one.